What's this? I'm back in this game. No! Nah, it's okay. I actually don't mind it. Well, welcome back to Wild Plays, more things off the Steam list. Today we still got some more Sephonie. What is Sephonie? I don't know. I made this joke again, but I'll do it again. What's Sephonie wrong with you? Put me out of my misery. Anyway, so last time we played Sephonie, apparently it was a platformer puzzle game with a heavy emphasis on cultural politics and marine biology and just ecology to some degree. It's a game. It's the game. We'll keep at it. I'll try to be less cynical. I try. Will I succeed? That's a different question. But I'll try. I swear I try. Anyway, press X. No, I'm not pressing X. I'm pressing A. Load game. We are at 2 hours and 56 seconds. Ooh, cool. Yes. So he just got the power to be able to get over these rivets, I think it's called. But how do you? Okay, well that's not the button. What's the button? Well, mid-air, the rivet icon is icon jump. Okay, so you can jump. Okay, that's cool. Don't mind that. I can rivet at you. So why did they grab me now but not before? Did they just think I wasn't tasty enough? Okay. Too far for that. No! It does also reset your dashes. I feel like this is where we originally came from. Yeah, I don't... Why... Like... There was a... Okay, I guess there is a path there I didn't see. Maybe I can go to it? Nope. Hmm. Okay. I need to find a way up there. To the top of this, I guess. There is a bird there. But how... I'm not sure. I guess I can just go back and see if anything changes there. But there is a path above. Let's double back and follow these ribbons. Oh, cutscene. Friends, might I congratulate you with each new link, greater understanding. Dr. Lee, are you feeling okay? Did you grow 10 sizes? Are you the size of a Manhattan skyscraper? Because, I don't know. I'm looking at you over there, and then I'm looking at you over there. You are on the perspective same plane. You are much larger. Food for thought. Food for thought. Aha! I am as fit as a fiddle. What is a fiddle? Oh yes, an instrument for music. Another name for a violin, but okay, really, you are just hamming it up. For stylistic connotations. That's good. Did you hear something from the surface? Oh, no, it's not that. Quite the opposite, in fact. Ha 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 ha. What? There is something I need to show you. I didn't know it would matter before, but I think it would matter to you. It's very urgent. Or maybe not. I just need to show you. What is it, Dr. Lee? He's also very stretched, weirdly enough. Like, he feels very... Proportions seem off. Keep going deeper. Meet me at the shores of the Black Ocean. But wait, why can't you... Black Ocean! See you there! Goodbye! Oh. Okay. He just falls down into the abyss. Any of you gonna raise any questions? For the love of God. You're the brightest scientist we got. Why can't you think of anything? Well, hopefully that won't make any sense later. Well, he mentioned someplace called the Black Ocean, right? Maybe if we keep traveling, we'll reach it? Sure, sounds like a plan. This Dr. Lee character is certainly acting strangely. Strangely? And this is the island speaking? Ah! This is Dr. Lee character certainly acting strangely. Just what does he want to do with Ryu, Ingwen, and Amy? Did he do something to them? Is he the reason they are gone? I don't know. You tell me. Whee! There's more paths, but I don't know how to get to them. Maybe we come back at some other point? Not sure. Oh. Okay, they kill you. Well, good thing we have infinite lives. 3 to be exact, but... Is that the Black Ocean? More like a lake. Very tiny lake. You're looking suspicious there, Doctor. You got something to say to me before you take my brains? Okay, maybe they are playing on the fact that the perception of the character changes every time you see him, because he does look different every time. Thank you for coming. Dr. Lee, what's happening? Your body? Ha ha ha, I should probably start with that. You're not really Dr. Lee, are you? Finally! She figured it out! Huh? What? But the other 2 dunces did not. Ah! I'm hurt. Oh, we reached a train. Hello, train station. Oh, it's you. Ah, now I remember. How embarrassing. Dr. Lee, that was me. How do you not remember yourself in first person? Anyway. It was never my intention to deceive him. Dr. Lee was a manifestation of my desire to interact with them more directly, in a human way, lose data of a real human pulled from their recent collective memories. I explained to them what I have told you already, that I am Sephonie Island. By linking with our ecosystem via Onyx, all of our minds, our beings have begun to intertwine. Our fates, our cares, are commingling. Thankfully, they weren't angry. They had already begun to know me. Everyone here is so accepting, which is great. But, like, doesn't make sense for a weird entity to basically just be, whoa, you can shapeshift into a human form? You're an island? I feel like you would have a little more questions than that, and maybe a little more skepticism as a scientist, but guess we are living in a feels age. 2049. Logic gone. Emotions in. Wait. This is my transfer, isn't it? I don't... How am I supposed to know? Do you know? Do you know? Because I don't know. I don't know at all. It's a pleasure to... Oh, wait, no. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sephonie, or I guess we keep meeting parts of you again in different ways? Huh. It's an honor to be here. This is really a groundbreaking moment, isn't it? This is not what I was expecting when I took on this mission. This isn't what I expected when I took in this game. But I'm grateful for this goodwill that you've extended to the three of us. We'll try to do right by you. Thank you. I guess... Thank you for all of your understanding. Dr. Sephonie. It sounded like you had something else you wanted to tell us? Yes. This is perhaps even harder for me to say. But with how I'm feeling towards all of you, there's no way to avoid it any longer. I need your brains! I made that up. If you're paying attention. This place is special, isn't it? I can feel when you're linking. Ingwen's face lights up with joy, Ryu's stomach flutters with excitement, and Ami's heart swells with determination and pride, for I am stealing your brains! And trying to assimilate myself into the human world! Every part of Sephonie is interconnected, adapting and reacting to create an improvisational orchestra of matter and energy. I would be concerned. Concern is the definite feeling I have. Concerned. But now you three are here, each distant corners of the earth. I see that I'm a part of much bigger conversation. Amy, Ingwen, Ryu, your world is in grave danger. It is? I mean, the biggest danger we've had this island is those mushrooms, and the electromagnetic field, and endless abysses that lead into nothing, and allergies. Yeah, we'll go with allergies last. And I am destined to be the agent of your downfall. What? Sephonie? For I am evil! Wahahahaha! Deep within the bowels of this cave system lies a deadly virus known as No. We forgot about the name, so we didn't name it. For many millennia, No has been locked in an escalating battle for every other part of myself. Much of what I am, the wonders of you have witnessed, were forged from this eternal feud. Biological ingenuity sparked under the threat of annihilation, and in return, No has grown strong and ravenous. So it's a virus? It seems more than a virus. Soon, around 50 solar years from now, No will finally win. It will overwhelm me and spread throughout the entire world, leaving little biodiversity in its wake. Many, perhaps most, humans will die, along with countless other species. Well, it sounds like you should fix that. Also, how are you tying it down? And how do you know that it's only about like 50 years? No! How could you possibly know that? There you go. We have someone making the right questions this time. Well, if you move to clap your hands, They meet in the middle, make a sound. You cannot know for certain, but you still trust your body. How? What? How do you not know for certain? I mean, the only way you wouldn't know for certain is if you had never done it before. And then you replicate it a few dozen times, and it happens every time. You'd still know a sound would produce. You maybe not know how the sound is produced, but you know that a sound is produced. I'm not gonna bother. But you still trust your body. Unbelievable, says the scientist. Says the scientist. But please hear me out. I believe that the three of you may be the key to altering our fate. Go on. Humans have battled viruses before, haven't they? If the three of you were to link with Null... Oh, wait. Link with Null. And take the data back to your laboratories, back to your communities. Then maybe you could create a vaccine before Null overpowers you? Exactly. Perhaps you could see something that I could not. So let's do it. Let's link with Null. It's not that easy. It's already a constant struggle to keep Null in check. To allow you to get close enough to link with it while still preventing it from devouring you. We still need to have a stronger, more nuanced connection. Connection. There's an echo in this cave now. What would that entail? Linking with more animals. You gotta touch your brains together. You know what? Just I just need your heads to come a little closer. I'm gonna nibble on those brains. Nom. Ah, yes. Now we're together. Doesn't matter if your bodies don't work. Now I have your minds. Already in your journeys you have a link with two of my key species, Thraskis and Pomelia, as you name them. Think of them like your own vital organs. Each of them plays a special role in my body. Three of them are, well, okay, I'm only halfway through the game. There are three more key species. Think with all of them and they will be ready to face... No. How do we know that we can trust you? Now you're going to ask that question? You kind of are a little deep into this to ask that question, but yes, I will still commend you. You asked the right questions. The other two, you're going to go into the remedial classes where you don't ask strange entities about strange things of being and also follow their directions because you apparently are going to trust them. I don't know. All that I'm asking for is for us to know each other. From there, our trust will find its level. Its level will be found. Huh. Well, I'm in. Well, you were very easy to please. Hey, Gwen. I mean, weren't we gonna link more anyway? We should definitely link more, but what if we don't have time for all this before we're rescued? Could we just explain the situation? Ryu brings up a good point. Trying to convince our superiors of all it's going to be a long shot. I'm still having a hard time with it myself. And barely, the other two are just okay with it. I mean, to be honest, one of them is a little much more willing than the other one, but why? Have you been replaced? Are you not who you say you are? How many fingers do you have? Is it 10? Good. Just testing. But if something could save billions of lives, I just think, okay, yeah, pragmatically, the choice is there, but like, why would you trust it? And also, why would you trust there's a virus? Like, obviously, this is a game where trust and nuances about like creating a species and dealing with species isn't going to be like, imagine going to be talked or discoursed a lot, but I feel it's very disingenuous to just have three characters meet what effectively is an alien, but not really. They're just a primitive species of Earth. And then just be completely okay with the fact that they exist, the fact that there's a virus, and the fact that, you know, all of this, and not even care about their research, nor trying to link with it. This will be hard, won't it? Even if I don't convince Taiwan of the impending danger. Taiwan? You're going to convince the entire country of Taiwan? I think there's more problems than just Taiwan. What sway would that hold in the international community? It's hard enough for three people to agree on anything. I understand, Ingwen. I'm just trying to be realistic. I know. Well, all of us want to keep linking, so we'll just start from there, right? Yeah, looks like it. Strange that no one has come for us yet, but I guess it gives us an opportunity. Be more concerned about why no one has come in yet, especially given the fact it's been over 24 hours at this point. Maybe they don't even care. I feel that that's not true. They may just not be able to find us. The island may be shielded. There may be magic. There could be many things. Many things. What was that, Ingwen? Oh, sorry, nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, nothing at all. So, you have decided. Perfect. I can't wait for us to be more closely linked. But there is something I can feel within your bodies. Ooh, I don't like how you said that. You hunger for sunlight and fresh air. Please return to the surface now and rest. I wasn't thinking about that at all, but now that you mention it, you don't have to tell me twice. Do not follow its advice. It's trying to trap you. Sephonie? And it looks like they're gone. By magic. As soon as the screen fades to black, the characters are de-rendered and they stop existing. Yeah. Well then, I'd say it's a great time for rest. Let's go back to the surface. From now on, you have the option to return to the surface from the pause menu. Oh, now you're speaking to me. Now return to the surface regularly to relax and explore. Okay. Let's drown. You can in fact drown. Observe. Our connection to Sephonie is still too weak. Let's continue finding the other key species. Imagine we need to get access through other means. I mean, maybe you can make this. I mean, I should be able to wall run, right? Or maybe they just don't want you to wall run here. No, you can wall run. Yeah, they definitely disabled wall run there. No, we'll run it in my lawns, I guess. Okay, doesn't seem like you can do anything. So you said that I can return. And return to the surface. All day, sure. I'm back in the surface. Very nice to see the next goal. You can hide them in gameplay. Now, are we still suffering from electromagnetism? Night fell as the trio returned to the surface and found a barrier of snow no longer caused painful onyx interference. In fact, now it felt cool and refreshing like a sweet spring rain. That's not concerning. When Ingwen closed her eyes and she felt soft glowing clusters melting against her face. Okay. You suddenly left and understood. Face mites! What? Rio and Amy turned back towards her. The data from the bronchial animal Thrascius must have caused our face mites to evolve. You can sense them gobbling up the barrier snow, protecting us. What? Are you telling that your own bacteria in your skin is now basically evolved? Are you evolving as humans? Oh god. If you go out, you may cause the end of the world. That could be a pandemic. That's gross, Rio said, but all of them laughed and felt grateful for the calm of moonlight. The expanse of the starry sky, filtered though they were by the gently glowing barrier overhead. The next morning, they were all dead. No, they're still alive. What should we do now? I feel Sephonie's calling out to us. The first caverns were explored, around where we first met Dr. Lee and encountered Thrascius. Alright, let's go. Your goals has been updated. Open the pause menu whenever you need to know where to head next. Home. I would like to head home, please. Home is where the lands are. But now that I have the ribbit, I can actually do this part, right? Whee! Whee! Not that there's anything here, I don't think. But that's something that lets me walk up water. I mean, there is something off about that. No. You think these bats don't follow the laws of gravity? There's a bird, or there is something there. Oh, it made a platform. That's not very cash money of you. Okay. These, as we saw, they do kill you. So we can't touch those. Okay, so what's the purpose of this? To get up there, maybe? I feel like it is, but no. I don't have maybe you get another unlock or something? There is something there. Alright, well, nothing we can do there, so let's just double back. Okay, well, making it here is pretty easy. Now, should there be another place with ribbons? Yeah, there is. New section unlocked. That's on. Feeling of deja vu? What are you looking at, Amy? This rock. It reminds me of a time we went to Taiwan. Whoops, sorry, hit the mic there. We visited the temple and had an oddly organic feeling house. Shaped just like this. Some distant relative lived inside. I forget who it was. But you remember the shape of the house, huh? Pretty impressive. You remembered the shape of the house, not remembered anything about the house, not remembered anything about the people in the house. It must have been a very peculiar house. And this one just looks like a butt. It looks like a butt. Yeah, I wonder what happened to that relative, or who they were. Even I don't remember the name. Wait, is there an item on the top of this too? Oh, I see a maybe psychopath. No, not into the abyss. Remember. I do like that sound effect. Kind of nice. Now, I mean, I think. If I were to be a guessing man, let's say that you have to go from there to get to the top of this thing. Whoa, okay, never mind, see ya. Well, this has its own weird trippiness to it. Bloomington. A medium-sized city in the middle of sprawling farmland. Highways stretch out in every direction. In high school, I'd drive out on the weekends, going through those fields, seeing how far I could go before turning around, watching that landscape play in reverse, pulling into my home's driveway. Even now, it feels good. The prairies of America. America! Especially in the summer, taking the lunch break just off the drive to get away from work, the people. So you drove just to get away from people. To do what? Just get away? Get some time for yourself? Your soybeans, corn, farmland. Ah, yes. Nothing but seeing an infinite amount of farmland to relax. Some say this is the middle of nowhere, but farmland feels like an engine of a country. But lunch break ends. The sun begins to set, and research always calls. What research again were you doing in Bloomington, Illinois? So we probably find the way back. There's an item there. Yeah, I expected you to be able to make that jump. Serious capsule contains neighbor's house. Just a regular neighbors. Whose neighbors? We don't know. Just a regular neighbor. I guess this is the only way I can go. Here, we're here! This is the rest stop, right? Yes, this is the one. Mile marker 252. Only a bit longer for Bloomington. Really in time to make a dinner with Grandpa. I want to look at the vending machines. Can I have a candy bar this time? Or maybe let's do the crane game. Or scratch-off ticket. No, we can't do those. Gambling is bad. How about some pretzels? Pretzels are healthy. Ish. They're not healthy at all. I mean, in comparison to American food, maybe, but like, in comparison to the majority of the world, I wouldn't consider it healthy. Well, okay. Also, why did the kid want to do gambling? I learned to drive highways here. Flat, perfect beginner territory. Taking breaks at rest stops. Some of my college friends had to learn in mountainous California. I wonder how they managed. I mean, generally people don't learn to drive in, like, their roads, like their actual highway roads. They tend to learn how to drive in cities, and then they kind of move on to learn to do highway driving. But I guess that could have been just a me or people that I know kind of thing. But okay. Die. It just kills you. It just straight up kills you. Right, so what am I supposed to do with these? There is a path there. Whee! I feel like I have to save this jump. I was right. I was supposed to save it. I thought I would have seen more creatures around, but kinda empty. Jesus, you flew so fast on that one. Jump. 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 Ooh, we made it. Where am I making it to? That specific guy. Whee! Whee! We'll get to the checkpoint. Oh, there is a thingy there. I saw something over there. Thought I saw an item or something, but maybe it was my imagination. Are you natural animals of this place? You can't stop me. Gravity's not real. I guess I can be stopped. Gravity is real when the game wants me to be. I don't understand the point of like threats like that. They're not like in the way. No. No, that's a wall running puzzle, but shouldn't be looking. I guess I should just jump. Maybe it auto corrects for it. Okay. Nothing else around it. Maybe I'm supposed to jump there? Oh, there's a guy down there. Rebet, you wouldn't betray me, would you? Jumping away. Guess that is where it wanted me to go. What is this? Mom! I see. Now you're taking over memories to the point at which you're imitating family members. Hello, you three. I'm Chief Lim. I run the lab here in Bloomington. You can call me Yaji. I see we all have some lineage in Taiwan. Huh? Guess it makes us family, right? Small world. Anyway, I do wish you could all stay from Bloomington longer, but I know you got to get filled in all of this Onyx stuff. So be sure to come over to the USA another time, okay? Today I met Engwen and Ryu in person for the first time. I was surprisingly nervous. My mom did a great job at welcoming them. Okay. What do you want for dinner? Chinese? Maybe Thai? What about the new fusion place, the one that replaced the bakery? That one? I heard it wasn't that good. Their menu tries to be too many types of cuisine and they all taste bad. Oh, I still want to try it for myself though. But we bring Mark along, expose him to some different types of food. Well, again, it's better than the crap they feed him at school. But if you're concerned about that, Mark eats... you're always free to learn some of your mother's Chinese recipes, you know? Yeah, I know, I'm just busy. Well, I'm busy too, you know? Okay, well, that's a weird way to just have a marital expat there. Imagine there's nothing this way. Nothing hiding in the grass, I don't think, either. Were you growing up? Did you read a lot? Huh? Yeah, why? Did you ever have that feeling things were hopeless when you look at a stack of English books and wonder if you'd be able to read them? In high school, I think so. I remember being confused by some novels, not to mention specific papers. I did like to browse English novels at the bookstore now and then, even though I couldn't completely understand them. Yeah, I get that. I used to read this one murder mystery, but it was too hard to understand. I just kept sitting there, wishing for its contents to get into my brain. Did you get to read it eventually? Yeah, years later. It just took a lot of work, and I couldn't figure out who'd done it. Knowing so many languages is strange. It's just made me more regretful about how many other human knowledge is in other languages. All the things I'll never be able to read. Yeah, true. But at least we know more than one language, huh? Yeah, I mean, knowing languages is nice. I will not deny that. Being able to learn and being able to be curious is one thing that one should try to do with their mind, but not everyone does so. Okay, you're not gonna explode on me. Ba, 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 ba. I was just checking to see if there was another way. No! Doesn't want me to go there. Wow, so you pick up that car? Ah, nice. Red really suits you. Pretty cool to get your first real paycheck, right? Is everything about her just gonna be about vehicle driving and cars? Like, is that basically what you distill the entirety of the American essence into? Like, aha, I am 16, I got a car. Aha, I'm 18, I'm learning to drive. Ha 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 ha. It's kind of reductive, doesn't it? What's that? Oh, the car dealership doesn't give out free donuts anymore? I can't believe you still remember those. We'd go every now and then you were little. You were a local donut shop, but it actually closed while you were away for college. That, and maybe the dealership had to tighten up the budget. Haha. Miss Sunday morning smell, cheap coffee and donuts, then a immaculate car showroom. Imagine that the reason why you would buy a car is just because a place gave you a donut. Like, ah yes, they were nice to you. Get your donuts. This 50-cent donut will pay for this $30,000 car. I guess I don't want to do the shortcut because I want to do the reset because the reset doesn't actually do anything here. Whee! Yep, that's right, a family of scientists. My parents grew up in the Chicago suburbs. They had to raise me here. Then I did the same with Amy. So Giagi is, I guess, a second generation? Maybe? Maybe a first generation? It's hard to say. Oh, but my grandparents, they immigrated. Oh, there you go. They immigrated from Taiwan. So if their grandparents immigrated from Taiwan, and this is in 2049, I'm gonna say that would generally take around 1940s, because each generation would be like a 20 to 30 year gap, 25-year gap, I guess would be the most accurate. Parents, grandparents, 50, 75, 100. So yeah, 100 years ago in 2049. So this is 1949. Making wild assumptions here. Wild assumptions. What a coincidence, right? Amy's father and I are both nearly from the same roots. We've been back a few times, but nah, probably wouldn't live there. Neither of us speak any Chinese. But being the chief, Mom's always been so friendly to new hires. I wonder how she does it. So, she lost her heritage, I guess. I mean, generally that's what happens after many generations. They lose the ability to speak a language. Where am I supposed to be going? I guess there? Can I make that jump? I guess so. Nothing down there. Nothing into the abyss. Hello! I fell into the abyss once again. How are you doing? Are you herpin' derpin'? No, I missed it again. But the abyss shall not take me today, for I am abyss-proof. I will not falter. No. Not very good at this. No, the abyss! I'm not very good at this flying. Mostly because the controls are super sticky. Like, you need to correct maybe once or twice. And they can't. What? Excuse me? No, the abyss! The abyss took me. So I gotta jump, otherwise it doesn't actually go through it. That was my concern. Nope. No! I did it too early. I did it far too early. Sometimes I forget that if I hold the button that I'm generally used to consider running, like I'm holding the B button, but the B button apparently is a reset button. And when I reset, guess what it does? I forgot. It just takes you back to the checkpoint. So there'll be many times in which I just accidentally hold the B button thinking that, oh, I'm running. But no, I'm not actually running. I'm actually about to reset the entirety of the run. Am I supposed to do it? I guess I am supposed to go double back. Whee! Anyway, welcome to Bloomington, Illinois. We've had a bunch of restructuring here. I don't think we're going to grow corn anymore in these lands. Nope. Maybe I can still salvage it. Because yes, this is in fact Bloomington, Illinois. Okay. Go down, I guess. Whee! What do you think they'll do in that lab all day? I heard it's like a military stuff. One of the kids in my class's uncle works there. He says the uncle always says it's related to medicine. Medicine? It's drugs, isn't it? It's hardcore drugs. But that's too simple, right? Yeah, why else would they have all of the security? Because it's drugs. Exactly. What if it's something like bioweapons or something? Or mass manipulation of oil markets? Yeah, the fracking market. They're doing fracking in there. I don't even know why. What conspiracy videos have you been watching? My parents don't let me see any of them. They're all on TikTok now. TikTok? You mean that platform that is basically obsolete by the year 2049? Yeah, they have rebranded. They're not conspiracies, it's called deduction. I bet it's something boring like a computer security or something. Maybe I'll work there someday. If you were in Bloomington, Illinois, and this is basically what Bloomington, Illinois looks, your future is looking kind of dim. You know, Amy, some moms really dream of this. Walking to work with their daughter, the same career. When I raised you, I never wanted to force this career on you. I'd be happy no matter what you chose. But this lab, Bloomington is a great choice. has a long history, a great membership, and a great eldritch horror viewing out our window every day. And now you get to be a part of that history. Plus, you already know some of the scientists. Dr. Lee in particular is happy. Actually, that reminds me. He invited us over for dinner this week. Dr. Lee, family. Yeah, my first day at work was so lucky to be welcomed by everyone. Well, I mean, that's pretty nice, but... Eldritch Horror. Family dinner. I think we have bigger concerns. When I look at my lab on the hill near the highway, do I feel proud? I mean, I generally don't care about work as an establishment. I do think that there is a pride in the craft, but not a pride into the specific companies, I guess. I guess that really just depends on if you are one of the founder members or if you're basically a long line of family members that work in a specific thing. That's a different sort of aspect of pride, but I don't think the average person has any pride in their actual location of work. Maybe a few years, or maybe like half a century ago, but nowadays, I think they don't care. We don't care, we're just working. We're helping our community, our state, our country, advancing science, and also being able to work with Japan and Taiwan. That feels good, but not China. Specifically, not China. At the same time, there are unspoken rules like pushing towards particular countries, that kind of stuff that floats around the laboratory. You just have to ignore. Maybe it's just the older generation's views. But I can't do anything. Oh, as I yawn. I'll just have to take each opportunity I'm given, and hope everything turns out well, I think. So, Sephonie, the virus, I'm really glad Ingwen and Ryu are here to help. And guess what we're doing for summer? Japan! Say, didn't you used to live there? Yeah, I did. My father was in the Navy, but when we ended up here, isn't that supposed to be Ryu then? Because he is basically also from Japan, but is whatever. I'm not gonna focus on the lore in this game. Japan must be a lot better than this boring old Midwest, huh? I heard everything's clean there. Wow. Even the game is ripping up on the United States dirty levels. Well, they both have their own appeals, and I'm pretty sure some people are dirty. But have fun in Tokyo. It's a real nice tourist place. Yeah, we will. It's my first time out in the country, actually. You think I'll need to know Japanese? You won't. You really won't. I was dreaming about this trip for a long time, but then I realized the whole Japanese language thing. Probably not. Tokyo's super tourist-friendly nowadays. I mean, you'll have fun, I'm sure. First time out of the country, huh? Now that I think of it, my dad never left the USA till he was 30. Oof. I mean, I guess that's when you have enough money. If you've basically not had too much luck in sort of some aspects, but take some trips out of the USA, Americans and Canadians, and basically just take trips out of your hometown. It helps. Gives you perspective on certain things. Just remember, you three, this is all high security clearance, so the data can go outside your labs without permission from our USA lab. I know, that sounds stuffy, but it's how these government contracts work. You get free reign to research, but for a while the results are limited in reach. That's right, even if Ingwen or Rio needed the data for their uses, it would have to go through the security in the USA first. I thought it was a harsh, but sometimes that's how these international projects play out. Ooh. That reminds me of the null virus data. What if the USA wants to be stingy with that info? I'm just confusing myself with these theoretical scenarios. I mean, it's not necessarily something to worry yourself about, but it is something to consider. And that if the USA withholds the saving of the world, I'm sure they wouldn't be the villains of any story. Am I right, guys? Not villains anymore. Okay, so I guess we are dealing with the Eldritch Horror there in the background. Variant Fuser, Chandramita. Huh? This must be the next key species that Sephonie told us about. God, I just realized I'm pouring sweat. Deep waves of heat like a summer bonfire. Okay, let's link. So this is the actual other part of the game that we haven't touched in a bit. I have no idea what this is. Do I need 4? 3 more blocks around it, maybe? Okay, maybe it needs multiple different types of... Or, like, it's not just one block, but it has to be multiple types of blocks. Oh, they're gonna explode. I don't like that. Okay, so what happens? Nothing happens when I do that. Would have thought it would explode or something, but... Nothing there. Okay, so you can cover it after the fact. Okay, but what's that supposed to do? So if I don't block it, it blows up. Slime from energy. Okay, so this appeared, so I guess you can only do it once. Oh, nice. Link completed. This piece has been added to your link list. Amazing. So this is Chandramita, huh? Maybe I can rest just for a bit. Why would you rest in front of the Eldritch Horror? Coding data for a aberrant fuser, Chandramita. It acts as a sort of miniature sun, injecting massive amounts of energy into the Sephonie ecosystem. Where did it come from? If there is something that acts like the sun, I'd be concerned. And our next mindshare is coming. Lightspeed Highway opens its doors. Thoughts, memories, feelings, hope race forth. Lonely receiver beyond time drinks the luge, indulging. Border sees airspace, can't stop it. Change shines out, an unstoppable ray pierces hearts and minds. Our next mindshare is here. Amy Lynn, your grandmother passed away in your last year of high school. I guess it is. So maybe this game is a little more personal than it appears, I guess. Each grandparent you lost felt one step closer to the inevitable. Losing your parents was too much to think about. Even though you're lucky to have and love both of your parents and to have met all your grandparents, you don't know if you deserve your mourning. Like you, your grandmother was full Taiwanese, but you were never sure how much that mattered. You barely spoke Chinese, and it didn't seem to bother her, even in the few family trips to Taiwan. At first, cultural differences in language made you feel that Taiwan was impossibly different from you. As you grew up, you learned Taiwan was not so different. It was industrialized, like the USA. Some of those companies even now own notoriously unsafe plastic plants in the USA. Despite different food or religion, you felt a sort of cold logic that linked between the two countries' fates. On the internet, you heard stories of the other grandmothers passing down recipes and wisdom, but yours was mostly a supportive, well-liked scientist. When you were young, you used to wonder if something was wrong with you or your family. Why didn't your parents have any recipes to share? Did I miss out on something, you'd wonder, not having any deep-rooted ancestral traditions. But now you know that the parts of the culture that passes between generations is inevitably lost in transmission, replaced. These days, culture shifts so fast, and you wonder if there'll be anything at all to pass down. A joke on the internet, a viral trend. Try watching videos of making particular Chinese dishes. The food tastes okay, but the connection feels superficial, an act. Okay, so we are talking about culture now. This is actually one of the biggest problems about globalization. It's the loss of culture. When basically you connect people to the internet and you connect them all globally, and you share their cultures, you actually have to hold fast and actually keep some of that tradition in your own country. And also reflect upon it as you see it in others, in a way to maintain tradition. Because tradition is a way, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. There's a lot of traditions that are rooted in some strange and some old-fashioned logic of superstition. And some traditions are just that. It's a way to express culture. So when we open our borders to the world, and again, this is taking place in the 2049 world, assuming, at this point I'm not even sure. This could be a fever dream of mine when I started this game. But culture transcends barriers of people. However, without the meaning and without the impact of family passing tradition down to other people, tradition doesn't have the same sway. Tradition is something that's passed familial to familial, or society to society. It is I would say it's indoctrinated to a child, so they believe that that's the norm. But I'm not exactly sure if that's maybe the correct statement to say. But you learn your culture when you were a kid, and if you like your culture, it's because they told you as a kid this is your culture. Same thing with languages and stuff like that. You can learn languages later in adulthood, but it's a little more difficult. You don't have the same weight on them. Saying as a kid, things just seem magic. As an adult, things just seem cynical. You focus on science, biology, acing every class, devouring research, and seeking out internships. You realize that is something you can pass down, like your grandmother before you. Scholarship, research, is that what your grandma had wanted you to pass down? Is passing things down to family even important to her? You can only speculate. It's too late to ask. Another thing that perhaps gets lost, specifically now in our technology world, is pictures. I feel like we're going to live in a generation, at least currently, that we're not really going to have pictures to pass down to our generations before us. If we even manage to have a generation after us, that is. But yeah, we kind of, I don't know, we just don't send pictures anymore. Most of the pictures we take are for our own gratification, and then occasionally we will share them, but then after that, they'll be lost in the digital realm, never to be seen again. Unless you feel very nostalgic one day. But that's it. But then again, I guess I really haven't seen any familial pictures that often. I mean, they get posted on the wall sometimes, but like, I don't know if my generation will do that. What would be old, withered, and see pictures like, there's Timmy doing a 360 no-scope. And there's Timmy doing whatever he did in college, I guess. I don't know. I'm being facetious again. Go back in again. On Sunday morning in October, you sat in your mother's SUV heading home after your grandmother's wake. Retired scientists, teachers, young children, all dispirited circles of people who had wanted to say goodbye. The reality of your grandmother's loss finally hit you and you began to cry. Where were you? A friend asked on the following Tuesday. I was sick. After the wake, Bloomington's public access to livestream played on the SUV's in-car monitor. It was cheery as ever. Hello everyone, it's me, Julie, your favorite correspondent on Everything Bloomington. And yes, I am at the local Bloomington Oktoberfest set up and it is looking like it's right track for a beautiful Saturday. Forecast is looking to be a breezy 78 degrees, usually warm for this time of year. Although, you know, it'll get cooler at night, so if you're planning on dancing, don't you worry. Oh look, the leaves are just starting to turn yellow. With me today we have Jim, who, if I'm getting this right, is leading the event preparations for this year. Hello, Jim. Yes, that's right. This is my first year as part of the local city planning council. So Jim, could you tell us a bit about this, what's new this year? Sure, Julie. Well, I'm happy to announce that this... What does this have to do? Let's keep going. I'm happy to announce that this, after last year's issue of Lighting the Bloomington Oktoberfest concert series, will be back on. Oh, that's a crowd favorite. I heard that you had heard that we've got Tim Sellers coming on. He's a public employee of a local sandwich shop and plays acoustic covers every Thursday night. How about that? Good on ya, Tim. Good on ya. Sell out whenever you can. Life ain't fair. That's right, Julie. We even had a local high school band, Unrestricted Faithlessness, playing. Oh, sounds exciting. An EFC group playing this year, who's everyone happy to have back. I remember them. The EFC stands for Extremely Fantastic. Oh, what was it again? Creations? Corn? Because we are in Illinois. I guess corn is all we can think of. Well, for our viewers at home, we'll just have to look him up online to figure that one out. You couldn't just correct her? Oh, okay. Yes, it's a great community event that we're happy to be holding it this year in this parking lot next to the mall. It's a little smaller than some of our other events we'd like to throw in the 4th of July celebration. Oh, I love that one. But we still got a number of great vendors lined up. Bob's Rips, Little Chefs, Ryan Delis, and all is going to be there. We just have a number of organizations like the local Boy Scouts group and church, blah, 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 blah. You haven't been to Oktoberfest since college. Maybe you'll stop by after work tomorrow. It is warmer, after all. After work tomorrow. Julie's boy is still narrating the local newspapers after all these years. It brings you back to scattered childhood memories. I wonder if Oktoberfest would still feel like magic. And a text of a friend to see if they're going. Drive home through one of the older neighborhoods. The evening sunlight cascades through large oak trees. Canopy sheltering the road. The houses built last century still stand in orderly rows, their lawns neatly trimmed. Every time you cruise down this road, it reminds you of your senior year of high school and your friend Carissa, in the passenger seat complaining about this or that, glancing out the window. So you reached her home, number 302. 1037-5709. I don't really know what a number goes. 302 is I guess it's a very long road. If there's 302 people in it. After a few years after college, you've heard her grandmother had died too. Although in her case, her grandmother barely spoke English. So the grandmother found herself isolated among a sea of English in Bloomington. Teresa would often tell you about all the latest change in her grandmother's dementia. Once you wondered, why did she move out to Bloomington if she didn't speak English? Well, her mother didn't speak enough Chinese to move to Taiwan. So the parent followed the child. What would it feel like to die like that? Teresa wondered. Probably never find out what it is like to die separated by an impenetrable language barrier. You feel lucky to not have to immigrate for financial safety reasons. You know, some people don't have a choice. And that is true. Some people don't have a choice. So, if you don't have a choice, there's no witty banter here. I'm just saying, if you don't have a choice, it sucks. Fucking sucks. So, tough it out. Best of luck. We're hoping that the American system doesn't just crush you under their heel. Other countries, maybe they'll do better. America, I think they'll crush you under whatever you want. Land of opportunity, land of freedom. Maybe in the past. Nowadays, it's a bit of a dream. A bit of an American dream. Sometimes an American nightmare. Bloomington continues to change, its restaurants adopting trends from New York and Los Angeles. New condos pop up, attracting young couples. It's the phase of cities, and you mourn it a little. But at least your city gets to live on. After college, you tried living in America's big cities, but in the end, you couldn't find a way to rediscover that feeling of joy you would get. Living in a place your family had been for generations, supporting the local businesses and their efforts. I do believe living rural has its advantages, specifically a sense of community. While in cities, you really don't make friends with your neighbors unless you have to purposely do it. You actually have to go out of your way to try to make friends. Rural communities, people just kind of know each other, they depend on each other because there is a sort of community about it. And now? Sometimes at night, you look at your Bloomington condo, listening to the crickets, and wondering if there was something you were meant for in the city, a purpose you weren't brave enough to own. And while you live here, you were exposed to so many conflicts and problems, stuff your parents could only mention in passing. Endless became real, and you tried to take part in some local action, but the yearning for home proved too strong, and you never formed roots there. No sir. The peaceful childhood you had, the educational safety, you realized how fortunate that had been. How could you not? Really, all you had to worry about are college entrance exams, and now you have to work on expensive, cutting-edge research, travel to far-out places for field tests, stuff of dreams. You are a dream, a utopia, a castle floating in the sky, but deep down you know this utopia is held by something less pleasant. It would slip into your mind during a unit of world issues in the 3rd grade. You'd see a news report of a terrible event during Christmas morning, just as you got a new box of cookies. How can all these things exist in the world at once? It's too much for you to process. When you were a child, you loved biology. You loved how biology gave you categories for everything. The world was impossibly huge, and yet all of life could slot comfortably into labeled rows and columns in your mind. As you grew, you realized that these things were never quite so simple, and yet deep down, some part of you remained convinced that it was just a matter of finding a new system, a more complex method of organization. Then finally, all other pieces would fall into place. Or maybe not. Maybe each fork in the road that you parted ways, was a better Emilyn, one who was braver, one who could face the world's problems head on. Perhaps in another lifetime, you could have chosen to fulfill other callings. But now you steel your resolve. In this universe, you must trust in the Amy you've chosen to be, at least for today. Whoa. Okay, that is a philosophical concept, if anything. It gives you some thoughts about who are you, if not the sum of your choices and actions, and how would you be if some of those choices and actions were different? Transmission of unique quality, a strand of beauty linking you and I. How intimate, how lucky. So for now, let us dive deeper. Connection complete. Long ago, a meteorite containing Chandraman's genetic ancestors fell into the ocean, not far from here. Extraterrestrial life. It acts as a nuclear fusion reactor, like a miniature sun. Yeah, that's not physically possible for a life force to be that, but I'll take it. Helps explain why Sephonie is so biological dense. Under normal circumstances, cave life acts by on the small bits of energy that filter out the outside world. As I yawn again. Some backwater here, some waterborne plant debris, but thanks to Chandramita's warm fusion glow, Sephonie can sustain much more of a vital ecosystem. Ecosystem? So life evolved independently on some other rock out there, hurling through space. Strange to think on the long sequence of events that led it to being here now, embedding into this ecosystem. Instead of hurting you, fusion cells will now grant you temporarily a speed boost. Collect a chain of 3 or more fusion cells, and you can perform a super dash in midair. Oh, okay, we got a power up. Power up! 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's funny. I think that's it. There's nothing else here. Time to go supersonic. 1, 2, 3. Okay, doesn't actually last very long. I would have thought it would have lasted at least a little bit longer, but I must learn to accept how it works. So... no. Where am I supposed to jump with this? Guess maybe I'm supposed to go back. It is a very silly power-up, though. That's one more. Key space is linked. Who's next? I can feel some Sephonie calling us in the lower layers. But we should consider taking a break to rest on the surface first. Yes, that sounds nice. Current goal has been updated. Check its location out on the pause menu's map. I'm gonna take a nap already. Forgot. I mean, there is an area up there, but I don't know how to get there. It's right there. I feel like there's gotta be an improved jump, right? It makes sense if that's the only way to do it. There is something there, but nowhere to reach it. Maybe there's more power-ups we'll be getting over time. The only thing I can think of. Time to have another nap and a long, arduous conversation. I mean, I am already in the surface, but I guess I'll return to surface naturally. Thought it was asking me to take a rest again. Time to do the two things we didn't do before. Isle a rock. I don't know what these are. It deletes them. Okay. Good to know. Oh, it also deletes them themselves, so I have to purposely delete them. Perfect shape for them. They're bacteria. Okay, well. Can't destroy that with that yet. Do we even have a spot where I can put this? I don't think so. completed. He says, no, I do not want to play again. This coding data. Isle Auroch. Perhaps its first ventured into the caves to lick salt from the walls, but now it graces upon expanded plains, pressing its many stomachs. It really never explains too much about these animals. Just turns everything into that color. I guess that was enough. Onyx completed. This piece has been added. No, I'm good. Swallowing its prey whole. It plugs its tail into a fusion cell, like an electrical outlet to supercharge its digestive process. It is vulnerable in this state, so it relies on other charge vapors to stand watch. Okay. Right. Right. Alright, let's go down a level. So, based on the level we are, there should be another place, and this one is for Ryuji. Feel like it's gotta be there. I did not mean to press that button, but I absolutely did press that button. Oh, so that's how you're supposed to get there. There was a species here all this time. But I don't think there's a way back. Hmm. Come bucket, Cloud, I need you. Damn. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to make that run. And now, with you, should be able... Wait. All that does is just save me the top level. I feel like to do this one, I need to be able to reach somewhere else. But I already have access to this area. I need to go up there, but I don't know how. That's a long-reaching tongue there. Sucks. Let's go up and up and up. See if I can go here, maybe? Okay, you don't hold those powers. You're supposed to use them... Oh, you can break stuff. Okay. Okay, so you have a time limit. I also can't do a jump again, because if I do it, or can't do a dash again, because if I do a dash, it just loses it, right? Okay, that just prevents you from jumping. Oh, that's something to break. Okay. No! Why were you looking the wrong way? What? Am I supposed to break it from a different angle? Okay. That's a different sort of power-up. Hmm. So I can do it from further away. That's basically what this power is. But I need to let go of the jump. You didn't make the jump. You're not allowed to do the jump there? Oh, there's an item there. Jumping seems a little imprecise though, so I'm not sure if it's just a me issue here. Pretty sure I'm supposed to wall run that. You weren't close enough. I was correct in that assumption. I did need to warn. There's one there. Nope. I guess I need to save this jump. That's the one you fall in, eh? Mysterious capsule contains Rio's rhythmic ambiances. Well, this guy's dead. Can't jump. Can't jump. Wait a second. What? You can run, but if you stop yourself, you fall. Oh, okay. I feel like I need the jump, so maybe I need to dash? Maybe not. Does give you a speed boost. Made it. No. I failed both. Failed both the last one and the previous one to save myself. Nope. I'm gonna fall to that again. Was I supposed to make it here? Once I'm in it, I can't get out of it. I need to jump. Need to break that. I can do by getting 3 of these. Broken. This is a shortcut to this area. Gone in a circle. Mysterious capsule contains Kira Kira Date Spot BR. Okay. Would have thought I would have reached it. But I was too far to reach. My grasp. Alright, time to grab that item. Mysterious capsule contains Amy Shredder videos. Who's Amy Shredder? Okay, those guys don't want to get me from that far, huh? You really did not give me any bounce. Guess I got a wall around this. No! No! Saved. Oh, I guess we're doing this. Only these characters available to explore right now. So I get one jump. I feel like I have to hold this jump. Gotta break that too. See the last one. Well, I fell, but I did make it through. I mean, that's cute, I guess. So when I jump, the platform disappears. There's another platform there. I guess that's if you fall. There's a guy there. Hello, Mr. Crab, Tentacle Boy, an octopus. It's Squidward. Ingwen, sweetie, I'm having a great trip. The time off from work, it's worth it. I'm really willing to visit Tokyo. This was my first time. Oh my god, this is so yummy. I can't find this in the USA. I want to go again with you, Light. I thought the USA's food was pretty good, and that Japan travel blogs were exaggerating, but they weren't. Taipei has a lot of similar stuff, I guess. Seoul too. But that's something about Tokyo. There's something about Tokyo. There's definitely a heavy emphasis of putting a lot of value into Tokyo and like for Japan. I don't know if it's like if this game was made by somebody who really loves Japan, but like there's so much love to that country, and not in the sort of aspect of love of the country, but rather just love to the country. Also, what the? What's gotten into you? Somewhere between the giant takoyaki and sitting down to eat, I realize I don't deserve anything. Well, you see, sitting down in Japan is a goddamn luxury. There's barely any sitting benches or anything unless you're in a park. What? Of course you do. Why do you get to eat all this takoyaki here while the takoyaki guy probably has to serving 10 takoyaki for 10 hours a day for like 1,500 yen an hour? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sometimes you just got to forget about it, you know? How are you even gonna find eternal peace with a mindset like that? You don't. Oh, these count as the thing? Okay. Okay. Gotta make it there now? Oh. No, okay. It is possible. You make very long wall runs, to be honest. Give it to me! No, it's mine! But that was the one I wanted! You don't even like him! Hey, let's settle down now. Remember, things don't always turn out just because you want them to. You can always have eternal peace, right? Now, who'd like some karage? Oh, me! I don't know where this is taking place. Not in your memories. Yeesh. Eat me. Fortunately, it did not feel hungry to eat me. I don't think I can make that jump. Dang, I could go for a firecracker roll from our college takeout place. Haven't seen any rolls during our trip. Apparently those fancy tempura rolls are not really a thing in Japan. Hey, remember when we were eating there and then the customer tried to make up something about his rolls having a mouse in them or something like that? The manager was like, "What? You're not gonna frame my restaurant as dirty. I'm gonna ban your ass." And then he did. Can't believe how much time we got to spend together in college. Sounds like you had a partner there in crime. Oh, no, they didn't make that jump right. Do I need this for something? Maybe it's fake. Clearly have to, well, maybe I did it the wrong way. Maybe instead of getting into the short one, I have to get to the long one. Like that. Oh no! Huh? What is it, Violet? Oh, Hugh's chef is gone. It's steak restaurant I used to go as a kid. Aw, looks like it's turned into a bubble tea place. Oh well. This is the owners retiring after 35 years in the business, and we were just a few months too late. Looks like this mall is really changing, huh? I guess these are sort of aspects of her past. Okay, so I gotta break that. Isn't it beautiful how this place buzzes with its full commercial junction? Function? Lynching. In the past, people had to fight for power with blood and grief. But in the modern era, we don't have to choose between industrial strength and eternal peace. Isn't that a hopeful dream, huh? Biologist, eh? Are you here to work with the Sunshine Aquarium? My kids used to love that place. Good to see mutual cooperation between the USA and Japan. Always better to support each other than to fight or complain. Are we all praying for eternal peace? I mean, eternal peace seems to be a common theme in regards to this character. Huh? Still doing the other scientist's busy work? Come on, Ingwen. You keep telling me you're sick of it. When are you going to speak up and do something about it? It's not that easy in the moment it happens. You can't just put on a smile and laugh all the time. There's other ways of being nice to people than always saying yes. People pleaser is, unfortunately, somebody who generally gets nothing really done for themselves. They just basically do yes, I'll do it, because they don't want to deal with pressure, but then effectively they burn out. They're the type of people that can work that generally burn out the fastest. Even with you, Light, sometimes I don't know how to tell you things. Maybe other people just know what they want more than I do. If saying no pisses someone off, that's their fault. I know. You have your own ideas you're excited about. You just gotta let them know. Okay. My idea is you shouldn't have an idea. Oh, okay. There was another way of you. Not the death mushrooms. Rip. I fell for it again. No! No! Stinky mushrooms. You can't just actually make it there. What? I mean, I wanted you to phase into it, but I'll accept your surrender. Now that I know what it feels to be a minority. Wait, what? Now I know what it feels to be a minority? Did you move to a country where you're not the main person? I guess if you move to the States, it makes sense. If you're in Taiwan and you move to Japan, does that... I guess they do both have like some sort of aspect of not accepting people from outside themselves, so maybe? But it doesn't bother me a bit. As I walk by the crowds of joking salarymen and young women sporting cosplay, young women, how many people do you see wearing cosplay in Japan? I mean, I feel like that's not really that common. I mean, it is during specific times of the year, but... My mundane English mumblings take on an exotic shine, don't they? In many ways, it's so different from the America here. We both value democracy and eternal peace. I don't know about eternal peace in today's America. Unfortunately, buddy. What? You son of a gun. Okay, you're just gonna walk away from me? You literally just walked away from me. No, no, do not get in the mushrooms. Mushrooms are bad for your health. Don't you feel the beauty? Or are you one of those normies? I bet you feel good, and I bet your idea of a game music is the theme song from that new anime movie, that mass marketed stuff. You don't understand. It's about the journey. It's about making a difference in this harsh world. Every day, hundreds of us gather to watch them dance and sing. When it gets dark, we all wave glow sticks in the air. It's like, for a moment, we become one beautiful organism. Power of devotion, pushing them greater and greater heights. And in these moments, I think, maybe this is what eternal peace feels like. I don't know about that. Get banned, buddy. Oh, I need that. I definitely need this power. Okay, we got the mushroom. Oh. Oh, we gotta get all three. So this one's gonna be the last one. So how am I getting... Okay, so I guess I gotta... It is definitely a requirement. Oh, that jump. Yeah, there's a super jump. Okay, didn't make it. Sure, that counts. I hit it. Now I have to make it there? Got it. Where's the way to duck? Your sister on the phone now? Yelling at you again in one of her moods? So snappy, so explosive? The wrong word triggers an avalanche. Ugh. The youngest girl never has it easy, though. I thought the whole parents trying for a son thing was dying off, but I guess not. It's just how it is sometimes. Family, traditions, then we're left to deal with the fallout. I mean, it feels like light is a little negative, but... I guess I gotta break that, right? What are you here for? Oh. So easy to fall in a 3D environment. This one's a pretty long one. Like, I haven't been near you in a while, huh? It's so amazing here, Ingrid. I'm glad I'm here with you. Honestly, it's fucked up how you live all the way over in the USA. I get to see each other for big trips like this. Hey, do you think you'll ever move back to the States? I mean, immigration is a huge hassle. The USA, why is it like this? I would kind of wonder why, living there sometimes. It's not as fun when you're not around, you know? When you're an ocean away from me. Maybe you'll get citizenship and we can marry and I can move. Though Taiwan is quite nice. It has a fondness for us. I mean, we did grow up there. I started a new job. Couldn't you come back? Couldn't you? Hey, Ingrid, I love you, you know? Why don't you come back to Taiwan? I love you. I guess this is sort of things that she never could say. Okay. Oh, I can jump, but I can't... Oh. I can only do one jump. So, I have to do run, that, run, that, run. Okay. Run. Too fast. Forgot. Can't jump. Sometimes it doesn't do it. I guess it locks itself. See, it locked there. I pressed the button multiple times to jump, but it didn't actually jump at all. Sometimes you're too far. Okay. It's just another wall. Haha! Oh, this gate is a special test, Ingwen. Are you ready? Think you're ready? Since we hired you, I knew you'd be ready. You have what it takes to pull it off? The project is important. The Onyx data will help us. It's our tryout, our audition, as a lab. It's a great opportunity to put us on the map. Ingwen, I believe in you. Go face the trial ahead. Firmly embrace that decision. Don't look back. A lot of labs are doing similar research, but we were chosen. And by another great lab in the USA. Let's get our name out there. Alright, onward. Carry out the work. Finish the work. Yeah. Do us proud. Make a good impression. Okay. Whee! Whee! This one's definitely a very long one. Hello, are you a manta ray? You look like a manta ray. Nemagnathi. Huh. There's an inscription on this rock beneath the key species. What does it say? Pray for eternal peace. Onyx engage. Okay, but we don't know what these mechanics are. But it does move forward. This boosts green, this boosts green, this boosts red. Huh? Okay. Do things get shifted one? Is that what's happening? What? Oh, it does seem like it, yeah. I'm not sure I understand what's happening. So there is a space, but is it only within its proximity? For example, here, which is not proximate to anything, it disappears. But it's in a sort of 9x9 square, it seems. Okay. Not much has changed. About the same, actually. Oh, but these will now turn it red. Okay, weird. We'll turn it blue. Actually, these won't turn it any. This one will turn it green. That was easy. Onyx Link connected and has been added to your link list. My head is throbbing. Emmy, Ryu, is that you? Coding data for the Sensate Sephonie Negamananthi. Its body is huge, stretched membrane that picks up at the slightest vibrations, pressure changes, humidity levels, etc. It translates this information to electrical signals, like a microphone. Okay. Okay, another mind share. Yeah, okay, let's go for it. Nordics mind share isn't coming, blah, 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 I don't care. Skip all through all this because it's the same thing as last time. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see what we're talking about today. Caves went deeper than you thought. You even noticed one threshold, how the beetles and lizards would grow up along the wall, growing an oddly perfect line, knowing it was hotter beyond that point. They were staying warm, but not too warm. Little details like this would fascinate you. When you were a girl, the summers in Taipei were hot, hotter than before, year after year, new record. You learned this because a woman said in the news, and her voice was kind of nasally. A bit like this, you'd say? You scribbled on a chart on your anime character notebook and concluded that one day it would be hot as a sauna outside, and you cried to your mom. So we're talking about global warming now. Okay. But she told you, unlike your grandma's generation, who thought it would be enough to recycle paper, Karen was really taking care of it now. Even America, she said. Ah, the wide-eyed idealism of this game. The wide-eyed idealism. You used to think America was something of a funny name, like your neighbor's dog, but you now knew it. It was just a country, which was disappointing. Your mom was in the government, and you imagined her pouring ice into the ocean to cool it. But then one day you found out her job was convincing stubborn people that with money that actually maybe they should invest in something besides oil to burn up the planet and space rockets to escape. Once there's nothing left. These people, she would say, they think they care about Taiwan and its citizens, but they really don't. You wonder how to tell between the people its way. You wondered how to tell between people in this way. Do they care about Taiwan correctly? You would go on to wonder. Mom would always complain about chairs. Okay, that's a random segue into a different topic, but alright, we'll take it. When friends asked what she did, she'd say government stuff. Because when you imagine her job, you thought of her entering into a room full of neat, orderly rows of wooden chairs. Freshly polished. Oh! Which she would then proceed to yell at, until she was on her lunch break. She would then eat alone, because chairs don't eat. At summer camp, you learned that the caves maintain a cool temperature despite the weather conditions. You thought about living in a cave for a few weeks, because it was too expensive to run AC all the time. You suggested your mom to live in a cave. You sent the complaint to the counselor. Okay, you did a single comment to your mom? My daughter is thinking to live in a cave. You need to fix this with better education. I don't know. That is not even an accent I'm trying. Counselor was later fired. Oh wow, that was quick. Not because of your mom's email, but because something related to collusion and expensive office chairs. Sure. At least, that's what your friend said. Everyone knew she was a habitual liar. You made that stuff up so she could talk more than others. You felt bad for her, and wished she would stop lying, or at least lie in a productive way, like one that would get your mom to let you use the AC more, because it was very, very hot. I mean, I do feel when you live in a very hot climate, specifically a humid climate that Taiwan is, cooling is really necessary. Otherwise, you're gonna be, oh my god, I am dying. I go outside, do any activities, and I am basically drenched. So, I think for central heating and global cooling in houses, those are very nice. But if you don't live in that, my condolences. Global warming is coming for you first. When you got older, you realized that your friend was going through a lot at home, but by then you hadn't talked to her for a decade. Sometimes that's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles. Anyway, are you blushing? I understand, Ingrid. I'm just trying to be realistic. I don't follow any of these steak review blogs. You should get a sense of potential food sources and dangers, then sit and wait for the rescue team. Feel something behind your eyes, pulls sharply. Maybe it's that changing temperature throwing you off. Grab the wall for balance, and you keep walking. Try not to let on the others. Try not to let onto the others. Don't show weakness. But then the wall gives slightly, like a cushion. Just a moment ago, you know you were walking on rocks, but now it's sand, goddammit. It doesn't have to be so hard. Ingwen, are you okay? I'm okay. Thanks, I'm okay. A growing swelling sensation consumed your arm. That's funny. Why is your blood pressure being measured? You got all the vitals checked earlier. There's no reason for that. Foot on front of the next. Come on. No going back now. It would be easy, except there's no floor, and now the wall is rough sandpaper. And you don't want to scrape your hand. Your head throbs again. Smells human. You're back home. Is that real? Hello. Moving their hands back and forth. Up a song whose chorus keeps repeating, shrill in an irritating voice. Must be your hair. It's making you so hot. Thrashing around, you try to push it off, scrape it, take it off. There's no ground, just still air, suffocating you, and you savor each breath you can find. Your push and squish process, turning you into toothpaste. Light asks you if you're really going to use that brand of toothpaste. It says it's all the campus convenience store had. Wake up, class time. And this feels like a fever dream. It's just a constant stream of just different thoughts over and over and over. This is basically what it feels when you're having a massive fever and you just can't focus on one specific part of something and you just keep running on to something else. They're somewhat tangentially related. And it's all about pressure and about conformity to some degree, but At least that's my take on it. What about yours? You can't figure it out because you've been waiting for someone to show you how to wake up. It should be easy, but instead you feel your head bursting with every possible thing you may do today. Everything except wake up. Smothered with cushions and her relentless jabs. England? Make a leap for her breath. Set her down. Beautifully because you want to impress her. More importantly because you weren't going to let that fucker from the USA high school mistake you your team from Thailand again. That asshole, read a goddamn book, seriously. Hello? And with a perfect 10, you stick the landing into a pile of fallen leaves. The crowd cheers you of her accomplishment. 100 years of historical conflict ended in one fell swoop. One victory. Elegant. This really is a fever dream. Oh, you're alright. The leaves settle, there's a cool, fresh breeze. Maybe it's always been there. I'm fine, I'm fine. Finally, you breathe deeply. Everything feels better. This is right. This is where you belong to be. Or as you need to be. The news lady says it'll be a sunny, temperate April day. Her voice is still nasally. And it cuts to an apple soda commercial. The news lady? What's she doing for Taiwan? Would your mom get mad at her? The weather's important. Apple Soda Corporation. That's culture. Though unhealthy. You wonder. A gust of wind shakes the branches through the window. You like watching the shadows dance across the floor. It feels like you're studying homework. It feels like you're the studying homework role in the lo-fi music compilations. Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, that is definitely a reference you can make. I mean, I don't think lo-fi is something that will probably exist in the future, but because it relies heavily on our current infrastructure of live streaming, plus our current infrastructure of YouTube. I think if YouTube kind of dies off, you think Lo-Fi Girl would still be a thing? I don't think so. For a moment, it feels like Grandma's here again, and she's just served chilled green tea. You lay your cheek against the see-through plastic table cover, because it's cool to the touch, and you're 10. It's okay to do that still. Suddenly your mom, your community, your classmates walk into the door. That's a lot of people walking through one door. They ask about what you're doing, who you're doing it for. They flood the room, and their eyes focus on you. Do I care about Taiwan correctly? You wonder, looking at your 10-year-old self. You feel an emotion coming. No, you can't go back because the reminiscence is a luxury, and besides, the house got torn down and turned into a shopping mall. And you have responsibilities. Adult responsibilities. The house is gone, and you can't go back. This is what anxiety feels like. This is constantly a dream of stuff. Do I care about Taiwan correctly? Science is a noble goal. You work in a lab. The lab works for science. It works for Taiwan. It works for Japan. It works and the USA. You feel your work tied in a vast knot of causality. Your job helps the USA, but it won't let you live there with light. Maybe works are weak, and one USA is not the other USA. Too much for one person to untangle. You hope your intentions light the path forward. There's a mission of unique quality. Yeah, this is the same as before. Dig deeper. Connection complete. Did we get a new power for this? Nemagnathi. Nemagnathi. Not a single organism, but an actual colony of interdependent but genetically distinct zooids. Oh, like the Portuguese Minotaur? Yeah. Zooids are mainly focused on various high-precision sensory functions. Some parts can even travel independently, sort of like surveilling missions. But they must return to the colony or they won't survive long. With the other key species we focused on, they can do the cave, but with Nemagnathi, it's more about what it can feel. Isn't it? Yes, it takes in and processes a lot of data, then attempts to communicate its findings with other key species through subtle seismic patterns. Doesn't always work, though, does it? Nemagnathi is the really sensory one. The others sometimes miss its vibrational messages. Still, it does make a difference, I think. It makes the difference of what I'm trying to figure out. Ability unlock, reveal. Previously invisible platforms will now become visible as you approach them. Okay. So there was invisible platforms? Show me those invisible platforms. Oh. Let's see. Ooh, that's a lot of... Let's do these. Yeah, let's do these. I think I'll do these and I'll probably call it. I want to do these puzzles and just probably call it for the day. How am I supposed to get through these? Do they explode? No bueno. Huh? Turn into both? So white cells need both things to touch to turn into a color, I think. The two colors will match. So if that's correct... No, that didn't seem to turn it. 3? Needs 3 cells? I ended it without even starting it. Onyx link connected. This piece has been added to your link list. No. Putting data from Shellfish Driller Boring Crab. It drills into mollusk shells to feast upon the flesh within. In between meals, it protects its unarmored head with she-shell. She-shell shells on the seashore. Okay. 4 more puzzles. Biggest 9, so I gotta go make a big chain, huh? Well, it is green color. That sucks. Well, at least I got rid of the boulders. Okay, I got both. Right, this should be fast now. Because I have access to this area. But I need blue. If I don't get blue, I ain't gonna get very far with this. Where's my blue? Game, give me something that's blue. Thanks, but now I can't put it there. Always helpful, game. Always helpful. Put this here. Completed. Onyx link connected. Species have been added to your link list. Yeah. No, wait, I don't want to play again. Coding data for Langley project blah 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 blah. Notable for its sheer size, as well as 2 concentric mouths, allows it to adapt to its hunting strategy. Different prey. I mean, it's basically just an anglerfish, right? But anglerfish with a mouth inside, like an eel, a moray eel. I'm pretty sure there must be other fish that also have double mouths. Plus an octopus. Yes. My brain is dying. These are the ones that you need to clear? I don't remember. What was the requirement for these ones? Oh, they have a shield, so maybe you can't hurt them while they have the shield active? Put this here. We need to burn you here. I don't think. Do I have a T block? No, I guess I'm stuck. No more space there. Oh, there's a blue spot there. That's nice. Nice. Combo. I mean, the atmosphere of the game is chill. It's just the story of the game doesn't make any sense to me. That's my only downside to this game. Yeah. Oh, Guess you can go in the corner. The very, very sad corner. You can also go in the sad corner. Okay, it is green, yes, but I want to clear this before we actually move on. I guess we're making this a red focused one. Not blue, red. Yes, yes. But I need to touch that, otherwise... Oh, we're already done. Never mind. Didn't have to worry about that. Onyx link connected. The species has been added to the link list. Would you like to play again? No. I'll never want to play these again. Decoding data for the trash dweller Flotsam Octopus. It lives in the fortress and the man-made objects, which navigates it swiftly to surprise prey or escape from predators. Ooh. How many more? 2 more. What is this green bubble? Okay, what mechanics do you have for me today? What does this do? Okay, they lock, so I can't put them there. O means more points, right? Oh. You can blow the bubbles. But you probably need like 3 points. I think I'm stuck. I can't do it anymore. Ugh, okay. I really do have to get rid of them, otherwise they're gonna spread. The issue is that the spot that it gets taken it's not easy to replace. Next one is an L-shaped red. We got any space? Got rid of another one. Hey, perfect fit. Hey, I also got rid of the other one. Nice. And completed. Our next link connected. This piece has been added to the link list. No, I do not want to play that again. Thank you very much. Writing data for the decorated algae colony Peacock Kelp. Its dramatic pattern is actually caused by long-term patterns of stress in its environment. I mean, I really don't know why you're telling me this. I mean, I guess it's some lore, but... yeah, I mean, I guess it's lore. Peacock keyworm. Oh, I guess this is the other thing. So we saw a shrimp thingy, but this one's a little rough. We got locked areas. That means we can't really lock this one. So I can lock that. So it's a little bit like Go. If you trap it completely, it's gone. Disappears from the ether. Score is a bad thing to get here. Stones? Don't give me no stones. Okay. I think I'm locked out of that. I don't think I was. I mean, technically, I can keep putting things here. Alright, we got rid of that. Red and blue, red and blue. Where can we put this one green spot? I think nowhere. The final one. And we're done. Onyx link connected. This piece has been added to the link list. Would you like to play again? No. And I'll never do that again. Decoding data for the seaweed mimic, peacock kelp worm. It hides in the weeds to suck up its prey with its vacuum-like snout. Sometimes it will suck up water to shoot at terrestrial insects, similar to the kingfisher. Okay. Still can't change character, so I guess I'm stuck with this one. So, there is a hidden map. Oh, okay, so it's not a continuous, so you can fall down. Whee! Wait, is there something back? No, 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 no! Jump into the abyss! It won't let me run. It literally won't let me run, which is weird. There's a little bug here. Like, okay, I'm pressing the run button, and as you can see right now, it's not running. Also, it doesn't really like going anywhere. I don't know if it's a glitch or... Whee! Okay, so we can go back. Ah, that's it. Huh? The rock with the inscription below Nemaganathi. What about it? I've seen it before, in a courtyard near a Tokyo Mall complex called Sunshine City. A strange place to find such things, but you tell me, you're in the deserted island talking to an alien life form that's trying to break open your mind, and you're just all okay with it. I went there with light, but I don't remember the rock. Pray for eternal peace, the stone that day had darkened by the rain. I looked it up when I got home. Sunshine City was built on the side of a former prison. For World War II, the prison was used by the Allies to hold a number of Japanese war criminals. Huh. Apparently many of the high-ranking prisoners were eventually pardoned. So how did it end up in a shopping mall? I couldn't say. Strange to think about the past, between all the international politics, the confidentiality agreements. I wonder what future generations will hear about this mission. They will not. Sinking down into the abyss. Well then, where to now? Anywhere's fine with me. I think I can feel the key species calling out from higher up in the caves. Why don't we see what we can find? I can tell you what I'm going to find. I'll break. Whoa, careful there. Alright. We can switch back between our three characters. But for now, I'm going to call it. Pretty sure we only need one key species left, and I'm pretty sure then the finale happens. I don't know if there's many things that we're missing. I actually don't know if we're supposed to be collecting everything. That's gonna be it. So let me just quickly hop on to the ending screen. So, second day, I'm being a little more generous to the game. The first time I played it, I was not very generous about its mechanics nor its story. In truth be said, I can't say I follow its story 100%, although it is supposed to be a... Again, I'm going completely blind. I know nothing of the game. I know nothing of it. I just basically got it. I'm playing it completely without absolutely no outside influence on it. And on a second session of playthrough, all I can gather from it so far is that Sephonie is about a game that involves the mingling of three different characters, their cultures, their backgrounds, and deals with the optimism of them resolving resolving some sort of conflict in this island with involving a strange alien but terrestrial species. it's a bit of a weird game. Like, maybe we'll have a eureka moment at the end of it, but for now, I feel big dum dum, and I'm gonna big dum dum go to sleep or go somewhere else because the abyss is calling me. The abyss, it calls me. Once this shuts down, there'll be nothing more. I'll be nothing but a faded memory. But hey, thanks for everyone who stopped by. You're cool. Thanks for anybody who didn't stop by. I don't know how you're listening to this then, but I guess you're cool sometimes. Maybe not right now, because you're not listening, but you're cool. Until next time, and don't forget to stay wild. Bye. Woo, 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 woo. No, seriously, this game is weird. That's all I gotta say. Bye.